Hey guys, Ian here with Redline again to show you our new ODT-30-E 30-gallon self-evacuating oil drain. This unit has also got a really cool feature built into it in that it's also got a vacuum system built into it for cleaning up spills. So we'll show you guys how to operate this thing here in just a few minutes. First, I want to talk about a few of the features of this thing. This is an all-steel construction oil drain with a powder-coated finish. Over here on the side, you've got a little sight glass that lets you see exactly how much fluid is in this thing. Nice big rubber casters on this unit, not tiny little casters. One of the things that's kind of handy on this unit that you won't realize until you need it is that you've got a little tray down here, a little removable tray. And what all this really does is just catch whatever's dripping out of your pickup pan here. You're undoubtedly going to have oil that's going to be dripping out of your drain here, out of your suction tube actually, and that just keeps you from dragging it across the shop, making a mess. I do want to mention that the top end of this thing is telescopic. All you've got to do is loosen this big thumb screw and then just raise it up and down. If you'll have a look over into the top side of the funnel on this thing, grab a screwdriver here and just use that to help me pull this out. You've got a guard right here plus another metal guard right there. You can see it's kind of filthy because we've been using it in testing, getting ready to make this video. And so there's basically two guards in the top of this thing that keep you from losing your oil drain plug, down into the base of the machine. So that's a cool feature. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start by acting as though we're draining oil from a vehicle into the top of our unit here. I'm of course using water for the sake of not making a giant mess. So here I am pouring my fluid into it. I'm going to show you here in a moment what to do and also what not to do. Okay, so now that I've got fluid into the tank, I'm going to show you what not to do. You'll make a giant mess if you do this. Since we're only using water, it's not really going to be that big of a mess. What you don't want to do is turn this valve so that everything is closed off. Pressurize your tank by opening this valve, because if you pressurize the tank and then you open this valve, as you'll see here in a second, it'll shoot water right out of the top of this thing, which would be oil in the case of an auto shop, and you'd have a giant mess. So here we go. And that's what not to do. Okay, so now that we've got our water/oil into the 30-gallon reservoir here, we're going to evacuate it out of there. I'm going to show you how to do that. In an auto shop, you would be, of course, draining this into a great big storage facility that the oil company would come take. But since this unit has a vacuum feature built into it, I'm going to evacuate that water right out onto the floor and then show you how to use the vacuum to suck it right back up into the machine. So in order to evacuate everything, all you've got to do is have all of your valves to this unit closed. Go ahead and pressurize it. Well, my air's not hooked up. There we go. Pressurize it. And then this little red valve down in the bottom, I'm just going to turn that and put some water out onto the floor. Okay, so now that I've evacuated some of my water out onto the floor and I've made a spill here, the first thing I'm going to do is close off all of my valves on the unit. So you're going to have this valve closed, you're going to have this valve down at the bottom, down here, that valve is going to be closed. I'm going to hook up air power to the tank. Okay, I'm going to open this valve, I'm going to open this valve, and then lastly, I'll open that other valve and then I'll suck it right up off the floor. so now that I've showed you how to clean up a spill that's on the floor, I want to show you how to suck oil directly out of a reservoir, like an engine or hydraulic tank or something like that. It comes with this little adapter right here. All you do is just kind of sandwich this right onto the end of your hose here. It comes with 3 different suction tubes here. You slide these right onto the end and then follow the exact same process, and then you would suck this right up out of the motor or whatever it is you're trying to drain. It does this very, very quickly. You'll be quite surprised at that. I will show you the other tubes here. You have a large and a small tube. You also have a brass tube that you can bend in case you're trying to get into a tight spot. I do want to mention that the unit comes with this little steel rod right here that you can use to clear out these tubes in case they get clogged up. And of course they have this little rack right on the side where you store all of these tubes. Okay, I know folks are going to ask how quickly and how much fluid can this thing suck up in a short amount of time, so I'm just going to show you. I got a bucket of water on the floor here. You'll have a look. Put this into it. Put the air to it. Okay, and that was done in real time. This is the ODT-30-E Redline self-evacuating vacuum drain. You can see it at our website, redlinestands.com. You can call us at 901-351-4764. Thanks for watching.